Good evening, everyone. Right. Apologies that there's no games tonight. We took a load of boxes from my good friend Mr. Rasta. Loads of old bits and pieces. And I got caught up in sorting through them. Had them all over the table in the garage. Looked at the time. And the time was, I didn't have time to tidy it up and get the stream table back to actually play again. So he's not best pleased either. So we're going to do a painting stream again tonight, and I just apologise for that. Hiya, Jack. I got caught up in such nostalgia in this box of stuff from Rasta. I was actually considering just cracking open boxes, putting him on the table and going, look, let's have a look through this box. Might do that sometime. But some of the stuff in these boxes takes me back a bit. So we have, hello Mr. Stander, hello Dan, hello Lucky Call Sign, hello Jack. So today we're going to, again, it's another one that I've rushed round. I spoke to Jack about an hour ago and went, ah! So it is a bit of a cheap cop-out one, actually, because I've got some painting I need to do. Hi, Rattler. I got a building today from Monsterpocalypse. Where were we? Right, yes. I've got a commission job in for Boba Fett, so I'm going to get some of Boba Fett done. Where's Pulp gone? Pulp's behind here, so I'm going to try and get some of Pulp done. Don't need that one. Don't need that. I've got the colours for that. Got some more of some of these bases that I want to show off in a bit. Just do a purple tank. Purple tanks are great. Purple, blues, that sort of colour. Hiya, Snowy. Snowy, the order for the paint went in at 6 o'clock, so I don't think it'll clear till tomorrow. So it just depends when they do it. We got the funds through, and we've ordered quite an extensive Vallejo range now. So that will all be here soon. New Vallejos. Vallejo. Some of it being the metals that I've been using that you've seen. Hi Philip, and thanks for liking the stream. I'm trying to think what other bright things you could do, Jack. There's a lot of Monsterpocalypse turning up tomorrow. I've actually scared myself. I actually looked at the delivery note today. That's a lot of work. The second TIE Fighter pilot helmet turned up, so we've definitely got the TIE Fighter pilot giveaway a week on Friday. So tomorrow night at this time we do have the Boba Fett helmet. It's going to be the same as last time. £80 stretch goal. Hit the stretch goal. We'll give the Boba Fett helmet away. So, what else have we got? What else have we got for today? I think that's going to be it. So, I've not done much close-up stuff on the stream that well, but we'll give it a go. And I want to do Pulp, see if I can get Pulp finished. So the Iden and let's zoom in a bit. And I'm getting used to this now. Oh, those hands are horrible. So Iden's now, wow, getting glare again. Iden's now completed. Base is finished. A couple of tufts. The droid is the same. So they're ready to go up on eBay, unless anyone wants to buy them now. But yeah, they'll be up on eBay tomorrow. Okay. Let me just sort this main camera out again, because it has definitely gone dead bright. There we go. So, I'm trying to remember which bits to do on him first. I did it last time and went through a set procedure and messed up because I had to go back and do it. So that's that one. So I've got skin and the wood to do on that, which I think I'll do first. And let's go to the main bit. So, because I can't remember whether he's actually fixed in that he's not. Cool. So, Boba Fett time. You know you can go off people, Snowy. So what we have here is barbecue skewers. I'll take a barbecue skewer. And see if it works. I'll have to snap it down a bit. Yep, and also do the whittling. And that's that. So it should, you know. What did I use last time? Come on, what did I use last time? It was some, I don't know what I used last time. It is, if I remember rightly, it's the same fitment. It is. As X-Wing. Just a little bit looser. So there we go. It's a bit easier to hold him. I don't need the base on, but I can now see where the detail needs to go, where it needs to be yellow, where it needs to be red, all the creams, all the greys, all the blacks. So we will start off with the cream underclothes. We haven't planned a giveaway tonight because it's a normal game night. I'll see how things go, see if we've got anything kicking around when I get finished on this. So I'm using bone white, and I'm going to mix it with a little stonewall grey. It says a little and puts loads in. So it's just it's not far off the model coloured deck tan that I'm aiming for, except I don't have any. Don't have to be too neat with this at present. Just make sure you get all the places that are going to be cloth. This thing's green. So this is just a basing brush that I'm using. And I definitely won't get this done tonight. This will just be a part project that I do bits of, because it's going to get the full treatment. Yeah, it's a little bit better than a standard one, this one. I have to take that out. So what's everyone been up to today? I've been sorting out the boxes from Rasta, and I'm not kidding you, some of the stuff there's a lot of weird stuff in there, stuff I've never seen before from GW. All the grooves. In fact, I will base the chest in that as well, just to give it a bit of wow, that looks bright and horrible. I'll just get this on and then I will try and set the camera up again. There we go. So yeah, tomorrow night we've got the big giveaway going for the Lego sets. It's going to be from 7 o'clock tomorrow night. There we go. That settled really nicely, that colour. So, oh, missed the biggest bit. The gun, the gloves. So we just get the colours blocked in to start with, and I'll go over loads of the detail after this. You haven't done a jetpack flame one of these, have you yet? Okay. I'm not going to do the chest plate like I did the last chest plate, because I spent 8 hours glazing. Yeah. I am going to use the glazing method. I'm just probably going to use a stronger glazing method on it. It just... well, I don't know, because you've got to go from black on the glazing method. It's just a little bit too much. So, a grey, stonewall grey? Is it stone? No, dark sea grey. Well, that was a bit liquid. There we go. Dark sea grey. Yeah, it's definitely Boba. Do the boots in the grey. I'll say it is actually a commission for someone. So it's a bit of a cheat stream tonight, so I can get a bit of work done while still chatting to people and keeping the streams going. Cool. So, well, I've got this grey out. Yeah, I have mine with his tiptoe on rock. Both of the ones that I've done, I've just liked the way that you can get it to just touch, like, tippy toe onto the rock. So just looks like he's trailing his foot over the rock as he comes over the crest of a hill or a mountain crag or something like that. So just doing the main blocks of colour, so the greys and the so I'm using quite a big brush to start with. Definitely got the shakes tonight. With any luck, Zoe will be watching, and she'll make me a lovely cup of coffee to calm my shakes down a bit. Or she will just totally ignore me and continue playing on Fortnite. Not sure which one yet. I hope you can see this as I'm doing it. He does look a bit of a mess to start with, but I can assure you that all ties in when I'm going to do all the washes, and then all of the layers go over the top of that. Yeah. So the helmet's going the green, which, yeah, don't need the mixture for that. I will swap back to the light grey, just do the panels because they need to be yellow, and I don't want to really fight with the yellow this time. I've had enough fighting with yellow on a model I did over the last week. Cool. Right, go back to my... Tell her I want a cup of coffee. So, to get the green, I am actually nicking Sarastro's colours. He used refractive green. With a couple of drops of flat blue in it. And let's see how it goes. Does it go too... Ooh. Just trying to jump in. Do we get it too blue? We do. That's closer to Django. This is where I should be using my wet palette to mix the colours. There we go. About the green. There's enough there to do about 20 bobbers. Especially because it's just the helmet. So this is just the helmet. I think a bit of thinners in that. Trying to keep the paint as thin as possible while still giving it a decent coat. Oop, wrong side for that. I actually do fancy doing a Jango Fett version now, but these models are so hard to find. I was very lucky that we actually had this one left over. I had a look online today for a Boba Fett and just could not find one. Goes back in there anyway, so I don't really need to do that. So I just use a strong brush, Jack, so it's the Kalinsky 4. I don't use my broken toads for obvious reasons, but yeah, I just tend to use the a fairly decent substantial brush. And block the green in on here. Across the top of the chest plate as well. Underneath. So chest plate. And did I get the helm? So the cloak is in green as well. I know it's not this green, but what I can do is if I use this green as the base colour and then work up into the other colours. Definitely needs a better stand. Yeah. There you go. And then on the inside as well. God, he looks a mess on there. It's a good job everything ties in the washers and everything. Right. So that's the cape, that's the legs, all the green. So what I need to do now, so I'm not doing your yellows because the yellows will go slightly off if I do a wash on the yellows. Just doing a bit of tidying up. Yeah, there we go. So all I'm looking at getting the part to concentrate on at the moment is getting the grey cloth done. Once the grey cloth's done, get the green washed, get the highlights and lowlights on that, and then start.
I made your camera go dodgy.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Oh, it looks so good on there.
So this is Zoe's, and that is definitely the camera's flaring again. Hi Sarah. Hi Foxy. Wow, that doesn't look bright. It does look good in hand as well.
Oh, when it's shiny like it is on there. How do I do that?
I have no idea. Let's see if it's doing it for the octopus as well.
What do you want?
Wow! Right, that octopus is definitely no mate. I started work on all of the stuff from Rasters and Warlords, and it's all over the garage. I really just messed up getting it ready. That's probably a closer representation.
Glowing octopus.
Glowing octopus.
Butter?
Yes, please. So what I'm going to do with him is now go for the Agrax. Look at this! I'm running out of Agrax. Yeah, well, it's Boba and some other bits tonight. I might try and get the monkey done as well, because there's going to be drying times between the washes on Boba. The good thing with putting the wash on Boba once you've got it to this stage is you can see the highs and the lows, and then you can work from there on what you're going to do. Some of it gets covered up, but when you're covering it up you can actually see which bits should be brighter, which bits should be darker. Also, blocks in things like it. Like you're getting the stuff that's under the lower levels done first. If that makes sense. Like the lower garments and stuff like that, and then the armor and stuff comes through last. But you can start adding, obviously adding to the colour, because the colours are not pretty close yet. Go, hit the flame there. So, and get the folds of the same with the helm. The jetpack's going to be done in metallics. The gun's going to be done in metallics. So all to come later. So that's very, very dirty Boba. So I will stand him. 1 second down. I hate figures without bases. Right. He's on the base. Agrax is chef, and I have a coffee. Thank you, darling. So much stuff laid around here. There we go. And next up, Palpy with some flesh. Possibly, I don't even know which figure you're doing next, but just keep doing what you're doing. Take it slow. Don't put too much paint on. Thin coats. As a wise man once said, not me, but a wise man once said, 2 thin coats. So switch to super fine glasses. She is a good lass. So I'll bring the edge of that in, so I've got something to. You can't see his face yet. So this is my go-to flesh colour, which is Kozlov Flesh. It's the airbrush version, so it's already pre-thinned. It was literally all that was available at the time when I needed it, and I've started using it, the air version, a lot more, even though I've bought the normal version as well, because I don't have to mess around so much with a palette, thinning it, getting it to the right consistency. It's already there. Did I miss? I didn't get it under his nose. So just 1 coat for now. I'll get the detail down, and because I'm definitely going to hit the walking stick. And then trying not to hit the LED parts. Again, thank you, Kay, very much for donating this. It looks so good when it lights up. I'm going to try and do the hands in a grey type flesh once this is on. Till the flesh is down. I think I have a spare beholder to do one again. But the beholders are such... I don't think there's a right or a wrong way to do a beholder. You just do it for fun. Use what colours you've got, what takes your fancy. So that was a very, very poor Palpatine impression. So hands, face. I have got it down the edge of the hood a bit, but the washers will hide that. Oh. So let him dry. Can we go back to that yet? No, that's still very dry. Very wet. What happened to the camera colours? I think I'm going to have to get Captain Rex to give me some help on the camera setup. Right, let's stick some of the Kozlov on the monkey. He's not as close up, and I can use the big brush to do some of it. Tickle him under the armpits first. Again, I'm just doing a first thin coat. I will have to come back and pick up again, but this stuff's so easy spread. It's a monkey boob. Can I say that on a live stream? So as you'll see, you can still see through the blue quite easily. Still see through the flesh quite easily. Hopefully the second coat should bring it all in. I think there could be a claim for not fitting that arm when you build him. I remember thinking that the first one I did. Far rar. I won't even go. No idea. Hello, babes. Foxy, have you seen the new shaker for Sneak? Joe found it. It comes out soon. It's monochrome, so it's a black and white one. It looks amazing. So will you be watching tomorrow night, Alex, as well? Yeah, I got an email today to say it was landing. Joe did tell me the date. And oh hell yeah, tough question. I only need 820 more points to get all of the elite ones as well. So 3 or 4 more people using my link to buy sneak, and I'll be able to get a shaker or two, which I'll show everyone on the stream, because it's people in the stream that have helped me get it. I don't know if everyone knows what I was like with Red Bull and stuff like that. 29th elite level 3. Yeah. I don't know if it works in tiered levels, because the one that I want is the last one, which I just have this feeling that you're going to have to get it in tiers. So the first one's the white one with green, and then there's the green with black. I was like, ugh. Then the last one's the black with the green. Feet. Is that all? That is all foot, isn't it? There's no fur there. Or is that fur? No, that's not fur. That's not fur. Sorry, that was bad. You start getting good points for leaving the reviews. If you get the chance to leave the reviews, I think you get something like it was either 100 or 150 points per review that I made. But you've just got to watch for them coming through on your email, because mine went to spam. So I think you get to make 1 review for every order that you put in. So I know people have heard me talking about it. Yeah, go back through your trash folder, and I bet you find them all. Because I'd said to them that I sent them a message saying I'd never had the chance to do a review, and I'd love to start doing some reviews. And basically the lad says, oh, just check your spam or trash or whatever. And lo and behold, guess what? There was about 10 in there. Not that I've ordered 10 lots of snake or anything. So I did say I wasn't doing any Monsterpocalypse tonight, but we are definitely doing painting of Monsterpocalypse. This all arrives tomorrow. So if you didn't know, we've become a Monsterpocalypse stockist, and there is a small continent's worth turning up tomorrow. So again, I'm not too fussed about hitting the nails on this, doing it this way, because I'll just go over them in a bit with some bone. So there you go, Mr. Bird. into the recesses in here. So another good tip. Yes, is it Gorilla Super Glue? Because that's the stuff I use, the Gorilla Super Glue gel, all the time. Yes, tomorrow it'll be here, Jack. I'll get them up on the website. They're all going to be available. I feel really bad. I do feel like a drug dealer at times. Just plastic and cardboard drugs. Under the armpit, where I've missed already. So, going there. A little bit more. I'll get some of it on the second pass. Try not to get any on the ice weapon, because that would be the hardest part to get it off from, because it needs the blue that's on there for the ice weapon. So, as I was about to say, another great tip for people is when you're doing fine detail, not just blocking in like this, if you're trying to get somewhere really precise, make a triangle with your hands. So, both hands basically lock to the model. So, when I use my little finger, touch it on the model. And then when you're painting, if you shake, the model shakes and everything shakes together, and you have a lot more control. The other option is you put it onto the table like that, and your hand on the table, and again just trying to keep everything as a block so it all holds together, and shaking then doesn't become too much of an issue, especially for us old people. And other hand. There we go. And we're getting near all of the colours in. I think Boba looks as though he's about dry, I think. I'll do this coat, one coat of the skin on the monkey. As I said, let it fully dry and then come back to it. He's quite a heavy figure as well, is that monkey. He's solid resin. I'll be putting a wash round the edge where the skin meets the blue anyway. Just either an Agrax or a sepia or something like that, just so it's not such a abrupt colour change. And it also gives some shadowing and effects as if it was skin and the place where the hair meets. See if I can get in there. Perfect. I missed some off his heel. So, oh, I'll do his face and then we'll go back to Boba. Have I missed anything? Oh. I do love these big figures from Privateer Press. I did say I was only going to collect one army, but I keep seeing new monsters out of each one. I think, oh, I really want to paint him. I really want to paint that one. This is the second Dajan I've done, just because I enjoy painting him, and I'm obviously going to put this one up for sale. Ready painted, because he's got such a striking colour scheme. How about that? That looks alright. A little bit of there's an ear in there, and I think I actually missed the ear off mine and on there. Isn't it amazing how you notice something different when you paint it for a second time? I may have to ask. Oh, it wasn't Zoe. I was going to ask Zoe nicely something to get a figure out the garage for us. There's one of them in the garage, just on the big table where we were playing.
Is it fit?
Huh?
Same as that?
Yeah, same colour. Let's see if I missed the ear. There's an easier way than dueling, you know. You can always donate to the channel again and let Foxy take all of your credits off you. So yes, I can honestly see everyone's waiting for tomorrow night to do subs and donations and stuff like that for the Lego Boba Fett, who's up there looking down. Don't blame you. It is the way. So, we have that. And he's still wet. Oh, Lee, why did you go so thick? The next stage, what I do, looking around from it, is I use the dawn stone to do all of the grey bits. Well, look at that.
Here's one I painted earlier.
And look, some idiot missed his ears off. I can't do the hairdryer on it because it will just blow and make a mess of it. What I can do is quickly, without anyone noticing on a live stream or anything like that, is put the ears onto the monkey that I painted last week. How did I miss them? They're huge. A bit of bag wax over it there. So you can see I've done the shade on this one already. And some colours here and there. And he just looks like a brute with his evil red eyes. So that's mine. I don't know for a fact if I leave him there, he's just going to face plant. Told you, it'll all end in tears. Not my tears. So what I'm going to do is Mr. Pulp. I've also got a commission to do some bases that I've just found. Do I already have it now? No. It's not the one with the number. It's not that one. It must be... No. That one? Kozlov Flesh shade. No, it's not. It's the wrong one. What I actually use for this is... So, these are my shades for Vallejo. I think I smashed the case there. So there's various different ones. Dark grey. I'm looking for the light grey. So, light grey wash. So these are Vallejo's versions of Agrax and Nullin and stuff like that. So you can see it's just, it looks like a watered down Nullin. It is, but it actually flows a little bit better. Especially for details like that. Oops. There we have it. Shouldn't take too long to dry. It's a good thing with having 2 or 3 models on the go. You can jump between them. That's it. When I'm painting, or when I will be doing this one, rather than doing the ones that I've been showing you on stream. Box of paints. I've got Doc McStuffin, or whatever he's called. I've got these to finish off. We definitely have gone very dark on the camera. Let's have a zoom out for a bit. Out. It's because we're getting sun from the left. See, told you it would all end in tears. Definitely not my tears. Don't know why we're having trouble like this. So let's put it contrast right up, middle, gone. Ooh, everything's very green. Oh, blue. I'm an alien. That's about right. There we go. So, yeah, I've got bits like him that... Yeah, what it is a moisture trap. It stops the moisture going into the airbrush. When you're doing water-based acrylics, it's not that much of an issue as long as you don't have rust in your tank. If you've got rust in your tank, you can sometimes see a tinge come through on the whites and the light colours. But if it's just clear water, it just thins your paints as it goes through. It's more for issues when you're doing things like oil-based paints. If you blow water through when you're doing an oil-based paint or a thinners-based paint, it reacts with the thinner and causes bubbles and blobs and... I'm going to quickly do another coat while we're still waiting for Boba to dry. Come on, Boba. Everyone wants to see you. No one wants to see the monkey. Yeah, mine has a water trap on the bottom of on the side of the compressor where the cable, the hose goes into. There we go. I think some of the belly area may need a third coat because it's just a little bit thin. And some of the areas under there I've actually missed. There we go. So it has coated really well. There's still a little bit. Because you watch all the time. And another hand. So I picked some more of these up from Privateer Press before I knew we could get the account, but I've also picked up a handful of the promos as well, and some of the stuff that came through today, all the way from America. Did get hit for duty, like 22 quid, which, considering the things aren't available in the UK, the 22 quid wasn't too bad. And Privateer Press at the moment had a 30% discount code for people locked in, so I utilised that and got all of the promos that you can't get from the UK. Just notice my brush is splitting. I'm guessing that's 8 o'clock here. There's a huge bit on his belly and I can see it through the gap. Can you see it there? Look, the blue and white stripe. How do I get to that? Yeah, it was a £100 order, Jack. I'll get this coat on and I'll show you some of the bits that turned up. They're just not available. Obviously, with this lock-in, Privateer Press missed a load of events. So rather than just let it go to waste, they've been giving put the promos up on the website for sale. Just this year's ones. So they're still available. There's plenty to go around. It's not as if they've flown out the door or anything. But what they've been doing is, obviously depending on the size of your order, they've been putting extra bits in. So some of the stuff that isn't so easy to get hold of, especially in the UK, because once we've got this stock in, we'll be one of, if not the biggest stockist, and that I would like to try and keep going, obviously with people's help. And as you saw last week, it's such a super fun, daft, fast, throw your daughter through loads of buildings type of game. And if I turn my mind to it and get some monkeys built, we can see the monkeys playing. Face just to get the colour back. I'll leave him for a bit and then go to the washers. Oh, I've scratched some of his foot. I knew I felt it touching wet paint. So if I put it like that there, no wet paint. Did say we'd be crying. All the crying. So where's the battery? Let's see what it looks like now. Yay. It's cool. Cool. Just look at some of that in there. So give him a second wash. Trying to make the skin tone dark and dreary and just dirty. Because obviously when you're just lightning someone like Mace Windu out of a window, your hands are going to be slightly messed up. So let's have a brown. What the hell's that? New colour, engineering soot. But it looks like a nice brown for a leather belt. This is mecha colour, weathering. Oh, it's weathering. Is this what I think it is, or have I picked up something totally wrong? Let's have a go. That's actually okay. It's very thin, so it's going where it needs to. Cool. Actually really nice paint, that. So I've ordered myself the full mecha colour set to try. Let's do the stick as well. I think everyone's seen the Vallejo range cases that they do. I have the Vallejo Air case. I know Rachel's got the Vallejo Game Colour case. And that's what they look like. Look at all them paints. All different colours. They've got a real range of paints in them. Good quality as well. I used that Angron red for the one I do on the live stream, but there is also a pot which is the same size pots as them, but it's that. But it's not as it doesn't look as clear to start with, and it was meant to be the replacement, so that's the replacement version. I've not done a side-by-side comparison, so to speak. Might be worth, maybe something else to put into the list of things to do. Yeah. So the one thing that I did with mine, and I don't know if it might be worth suggesting it to Alex, is take your bottle, give it a good shake up. I've got a blue one here, so I would take the bottle, give it a shake up like that. Make sure that the right colour's coming out at the end, and then just do a blob on the lid like that. Put it to one side, I'll put it back in the box, let it dry. And what that does is, when you're looking for a colour, it's okay looking at that. That's what it looks like wet. If you've got it there as well, that's what it looks like dry. So it's a good little indicator of what the colour's going to be like. Cool, yeah. It's really helpful, especially when you've got the tray next to you. You can just go like that. I'll have that colour. I have to say I struggled getting the right colour for Boba Fett's clothing, because I couldn't see any of the colours. I've just seen the colour that I used last time, but I think once that's dry brushed up, is that dry? Yeah, I'll get the small dry brush. I think once that's dry brushed up, we're pretty much close to what I want it to be at. Try it down the leg before if it's too wet, then I can stop before. Hairs everywhere. Yeah, that's going grey now, which is perfect. Sweet. So that's just a dry brush of the Stonewall grey that I used in the mixture. So it had the 50-50 mix, and with the Stonewall grey now it's been the grey lighter version. You can get some good highlights with a quick dry brush of it. And then go around and do actual grey highlights. Let's have it off. So I can get to the leg. Good luck, Jack. So as you can see, I'm not too bothered about the pouches and stuff like that yet. They'll come. I'm just trying to get the actual cloth colours down and not fully highlighted, but you know, just somewhere where they're near. And then I can take to them with a brush. Then just put it on. I think that still needs more wash down the back. I've just noticed I missed a load of wash. Right where the post was. Eggrex. I don't know if anyone's watched yet, but Duncan Rhodes has done a Obi-Wan video. So I'm actually going to try and replicate one of his Obi-Wans at some point. See how that comes out. There we go. So let's do some chest plate work. To get the green, so you've got the refractive green. I'm going to add, what's that? A little touch of flat green. Maybe it's more than a touch there, but let's have a look. There we go. So this is similar to what I did before, but I started this over black before. I didn't have the green base to start with, so it took a lot longer. So you can see the paint there. Thank you for the follow, Kyle. So you can see there that the paint is just transparent. So you want dark at the bottom, light at the top. So what you do is the panels, you start just adding, and it is very wet, so you just add in green to the panel, and about, say about 3/4 of the way down. So it looks like it's all the way down, but that's water that's gone down there. So if you're looking close, you can see that the bottom parts here are still, when I did this before, I lifted it by 1/2 mil each time, and by the time I'd finished, the graduation on it was absolutely phenomenal. But it took about 8 hours to do it, getting it right and going back, and then it does dry really quickly as well. So the next one, you do it about halfway up. And you see that actually shows up a lot better on the camera than it does on the in my hand. So I'm also going to do it on the helmet. First one with this, I've done it all over just to heighten it a bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm So we add in a touch of the blue. And I mean, it is a touch when you eventually get paint. And then do the top quarter. On the helmet, I'm just going to do the top half in this of each one of the panels. There we go. So you can actually see the graduation. I don't know if it... Yeah, you can see the graduation moving up slightly. And the panel will dry off and it'll look pretty cool. Same mixture, just doing dollop on the head. I'll give you your thing down. So for the last final part of it, to bring out the highlight a bit, just some warm and so I've just used the bone there just to heighten it slightly, and the very last half a millimeter. And gives you the final, you can just see it on that, maybe it's a bit over that. And do it again. Right on the top of the helmet. So it blends in. Cool. So while we're on the visor, what I tend to do on the visor is the black in the first bit. Yes, we need to speak to Rasta about getting the wording that they use for theirs, because theirs is really good. If I ask nicely, you might give us it. We've got lots of bits and pieces planned together over the next couple of months. So what I'm doing is the visor, the black in the recess of the visor, because the next is the red, which can cover any mistakes I make with the black. Ooh. So just a quick black into the visor. So if you look at the chest plate, it has a gradation from... The camera shows it up a lot better than it does in real life. When you look at it in your hand, it just looks as though it's got shadows at the bottom. But this actually shows you the actual full colour change on it. I think the top hat part has gone a little bit too light, so try and bring that back in. There we go. Blends in and gets the gradation. Bit on the back, I think. Just so the red that I've got, what time have we got? How long have I been? Oh, I won't now. Doesn't time fly when you're having fun? Oh, and then splurged it all over. Glad you can't see that. So yeah, to get the red, I actually use Vallejo Game Gory Red. I'm just using the air because the air's on hand and it's already thinned and it's ready to go. Now I do need to go very close with this, so super close glasses. Thank you for the follow. I think that's a perfect red straight out the bottle with no messing around to get slightly different coloration. Coloration? I was going to say, is that a word? But it can be now. Sorry. Right, this is the hard bit, not getting the raised bit of the side mask. Go. There we go. Red right into the edges. Might fill the mask with some wash in there to try and get the black into all of the crevices. I'm quite happy with that red. So I also need to do his arm pieces in the same red. it's about. Got that. I think that actually goes down there a little bit further. I think it follows that line. There we go. So that would relate to that line. And the front bit there. So he's starting to get his colour into him, and colour's starting to come along. So we've just had a follow from Erevan. It's not the area that I used to play a lot of games with in Doomcraft, is it? I need a drink. Sneak. Auric Armor Gold. Which one's that one? Can't see. Oh. That one. You can see how often man gets used. It's 3 different colours, because I've never shook it up in. Yeah, that's settled well and truly. I'm going to show you the new tool that I picked up. Not last week, the week before. You're going to be so jealous, Jack. I have a Badger & Co. paint whisk. So, I'm going to put 2 drops of, let's see what this gold's like. Yeah. Hey, all the toys. Bit of thinners in that. Are you ready for me spraying it everywhere? Oh, it's very thick at the bottom. I think this was 6 or 7 quid from oh, I did. I got it everywhere. So yes, Jack, I've got that, which is super lazy. I think the battery's about flat on it, but that auric gold's settling. What I do have, is it on there? I do as well. I still have it. Haven't got the power lead. Oh, there we go, knocking everything. Oh, wrecking the joint. So, to prove I have all the gear and no idea, I have the Robart Hobby Paint Shaker. Now, I haven't got a power extension to fit it into. So, you would normally use one of these elastic bands, but that one's broken. I do have a pack of them somewhere. You strap the bottle to there, press the button, and it just goes at about 1,000,000 miles an hour. With 2 of the paint agitators in there, the balls, the glass beads, they sort out in no time. I use that. It's not that old. It's more to do with, this is all paint and muck and watch. If you clean it, it looks new. It is just filthy because it's in my painting area. It's been in the garage as well. Yes, my mate Peter made one out of a jigsaw. I would trust you more than I trust him, so it might be worth giving it a go. So, I'm going to leave painting there for tonight because Boba needs some close work and I need to put him safe somewhere. He can sit on that. Let's have a look at this auric gold. And welcome, Tomo. What's that? That's off that. Cool. That doesn't half separate, doesn't it, like Jack? Speak up, man, then. Yeah, that's separating like mad. I'm not a big fan of auric, then. It might work as a dry brush or something like that. As I said, I use Retributa. And that's basically the only gold I really use. So, as I was saying about the order, look, Monkey's coming, and his brother. Yeah, I'm not going stir crazy, honest. I think I'm going beyond that. So, Agrax there. So yes, from across the pond, the nice shiny bits I got today are behind this curtain. Sorry. He says not finding them behind the curtain. They're monkeys, so they're not. That. So the bits that we picked up from Privateer Press themselves, I got, that is the Coalition Weaver from War Machine. It's one of their I think it's one of the casters or one of the characters. Or is this from their new game? That might be from their new game. I'll have to look into that. It said promo, so I picked it up. That is... yeah. Most of this lot will be painted ready to go as well, with any luck. This is a little crab droid thing. The Privateer Press did a live stream painting this, and you could buy it, get it sent out, and actually sit, build and paint it along with them. Unfortunately, it took 4 weeks to get here and I missed the stream. I have also picked up Globicus, who's a big blob. So when he's a monster, he's like that. And when he becomes hyper, he goes into 2 bits, I think. But I actually got the green clear version of it. So I've actually got the normal version, which you paint up, and I will be painting up. I think I'm doing this one blue. So I've got both versions of it now to try and have a play around with. Don't know which way to go about painting that one, or even if I want to yet. We also got the Sergeant Titanica, which again is the one that's holding a monkey and about to throw a monkey at someone, and a truck. That's a different sculpt to the normal one, and I think this was the Gen Con exclusive. So I'd be interested to get that one painted and on the table. These are they look so easy to paint. You've just seen me tonight. Could probably paint one of them in about 2 or 3 hours. Then I've got one of the buildings and Statue of Liberty. As we said in the stream before, there's buildings in the game and they all have abilities. So Statue of Liberty is incombustible, doesn't go up in flames. Opportunity: if you are securing this building, you can use each action twice during each of your turns. However, each of your models can still only perform one action each activation. And again, this is one of the Warcasters, I believe. It's not actually the Statue of Liberty. It's a limited edition, and if I remember rightly, it's written on the other side of there. And I just can never remember. It is Ashlyn. She's a Warcaster. Yeah, it's... yeah, they do it all the time, Tomo. The Privateer Press are quite handy at that. So that's what I ordered. And obviously there was a discount and stuff like that. But for actually ordering and turning up, I got the corporate headquarters, got the base, but I actually got the Privateer Press version, which is their limited edition, which has got the skull and crossbones on the top, Privateer Press logos, and it looks fantastic. So that's another one of the nice strange buildings. They've done it for a while, Tomo. It's their War Machine. The bodies tended to be resin, so that you could get big clumps of resin. But then the arms and stuff like that had a lot more detail tended to be metal. It's not. It's just about the same gluing metal to resin as resin to resin. You just rough up both surfaces, glue it in, and away you go. So I might try and get some of this done. I've got so much Monsterpocalypse laid round on the table, ready to be painted. It's quite scary. Obviously I've got monkey, I've got buildings, I've got more buildings that have just turned up. I've just knocked the monkey over. I'll try and get as much done for when Beanies opens back up, Tomo, and we can just use whatever I bring down. And your stuff. Your stuff is all painted. Not all of it. Your starter set is all painted. It's ready there for you. And your other bits are in the box with it. Right. Normal glasses, so I can have 5 minutes chat before we finish up. That looks amazing. Really want that. And that was the obviously that's the message that you got on the bottom of it. Hope you are staying safe over there. How about a free privateer press, a privateer HQ building for you? Take care. So we have been struggling to get bits and pieces. They've promised and they're sorting distribution out in the UK. We've managed to pick up some bits. It just seems to be that they're going forward, which is cool, which is really, really cool. The pulp looks pretty good. Yeah, it was really nice of them. I've also got another bigger order. I think that was, I don't mind saying, it was $105. So there was the clear green Globicus, which was 40, 34, Titanica 21, Ashlyn 18, Coalition Weaver 14, and it was the Hobby Hangout, right? Death Droid, a Death Trap, it was called, $13. But they had a discount on, so it knocked $21 off, and then put the $24 on for postage. So it was basically free postage to the UK, which I couldn't grumble at. And then they threw in that, which was absolutely fantastic. But because I couldn't get any of the Riot Quest stuff in the UK, I ordered everything that was missing, which I think is $290 worth. So I'm hoping that they'll put something even nicer in. I would love the donut. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen the donut shop, Tomo? Really, really would love the donut shop. Donuts. Oh. Right. So we're coming up to 2 hours. Just seems like 10 minutes ago that I started the stream. So that's a commission that I'm doing. Loads of pre-made bases. Might do a video on that. Hey Jack. Seen it around. Is that meant to be a pun towards donuts? We love you and I need credits. Right. So I'll just go over the things. We have a monthly goal, which we're £20 in, which is brilliant. If we meet the monthly goal, we'll have a bit of a giveaway at the end of that, and then we have what we're doing is that is just absolutely disgraceful. We'll then, after the monthly goal, we'll put a bonus goal on, and we've got another set of regional dice, even though everyone keeps taking the regional dice. And a set, we've still got the very lonely set of Legion dice, not and the X-Wing dice keep getting chores. If anyone is wanting any nice shiny bits of X-Wing, there has been a big chunk just go up on Protec Models eBay. All used to belong to Rasta. There's loads. There was a Plo Koon ship, but that disappeared. I don't actually, Jack. Because I know you play both. Oh, you've got Yeah, you've got you've got the black dice off Martin, didn't you? So yeah, Legion dice. Yeah, I realised after I'd said it. I'm just gonna have to take a. Yeah, they really are nice. We should have some more promo-y bits coming. I have spent some more money on a load of promos, so again, once the goals start getting knocked off on a Wednesday, and we have a new one for tomorrow night. Obviously, we will close the May one down tomorrow night, and there'll be a separate Lego one going up because we need to track that the Lego ones get covered. That is for... Are you ready? Are you ready? There you go, Foxy. So, that's Boba. So we've got a Boba to build tomorrow night, and we also have a Boba to give away tomorrow night. So, one to open and a sealed one. And, as if by magic, look what turned up today. The 2 TIE Fighter ones. Chill for it. So yes, unfortunately these have cost a little bit more than the normal ones, so that'll be an extended stretch goal, and it may go over 2 episodes. The Lego building thing, we're going to continue. There will be some other news about Lego building from someone else soon. I think there's going to be a few collaborations and more to be won. I've got these 3. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another 3 appear somewhere very close to us on another stream at some point, but not saying anything. Ooh, it's flaring again. So, yeah, that was the other thing. I've spoke to Cogger 2. John is going to look at doing some cases for them that aren't silly amounts of money. Something with something printed, like the ones on Amazon, but not £100 a piece, hopefully. He should get the price down for us. So we'll have some of them hopefully on sale at Cogger 2 very soon, because they would look great up there. 3 of them, and then the 4th one. Oh, I hope they do a Vader. So I think that be about it for tonight. As I say, tomorrow night from 7, I'll have all of this junk cleared away. I'll get the Lego. Yeah, Vader has to be coming. They've got to do so many of these. It's unreal. Every character needs to come out of these. We have got a lot of Imperial ones so far, which I'm pretty happy with. And no Rebel. It's the way it should be. So yes, thank you everyone for watching. Dengar, Hillbilly Dengar. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone that subscribed. There was a couple of subscribes tonight and a couple of follows and a couple of likes. That's been absolutely fantastic. Tomorrow night, obviously, big giveaway. If we hit the stretch goal, it's going to be an £80 stretch goal again. So if we hit that, guess what? we'll give away a bobber. So, thank you everyone. I shall see you tomorrow. Good night. Stay safe. I did press the button. No, I didn't press the button. Press the button, Lee. Press the button.